Hello everyone, this is Zenon and you are watching Zenontcg. Looking at another deck that stood out for tournaments held in the last week, Hegsters Season 4, looking at a 7th place deck that's brought to us from USA, LilDrowsy, bringing us Gengar and Mimikyu GX, and we all know it's going to be with Omastar. That's Fossil Bind. As long as you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, they can play any item cards from their hand. So yes, Gengar and Mimikyu. Basically, you want your opponent to have a large hand size, and a large hand size with more supporters and lots of items which they won't be able to use thanks to Omastar being on your bench. So the numbers for this deck at the end of the tournament were 11 wins, 4 losses and 0 ties. So 11 wins is considerable, and looking at the fact that if you see the deck, there are only 3 copies of Gengar and Mimikyu basic. There's 2 copies of Omastar with Fossil Bind, and Omastar Fossil Bind goes with unidentified fossils. There's 3 copies of that. That's basically what the Pokemon is. That's it. 5 copies. 3 Gengar and Mimikyu, 2 copies of Omastar. So only 3 basics. So you want your opponent to get a large hand size, and you definitely want to go second. You want to go second because you can start attacking, right? You want to go first, second. What else is in the deck? We have let's start with the supporters. Oh, that's okay, we'll start with the items. Energy Spinner. There are 4 copies of Energy Spinner. You're trying to get the energies out ASAP to attack and start doing the main damage. Horror House GX. There you go. Because Poltergeist is your main attack, but Horror House GX is the one that you want to get off as soon as possible. 2 copies of Evolution Incense. That's because you have Omastar in the deck. There are 4 copies of Great Potion to heal damage from your active Pokemon GX. 50. Heal 50 each time. So there's 4 copies of Great Potion. Pokegear, there are 4 copies. Trying to go through your deck and look at supporters as much as you can to get out from the deck. 4 copies of Pokegear. There are 3 copies of Rare Candy to evolve from unidentified fossil into Omastar ASAP. So 3 copies. There are 3 copies of Reset Stamp. Reset Stamp in case your opponent has managed to get rid of their hand size, so you Reset Stamp them to a larger size. That's the only way to get a larger size. Now this is a special card because the surprise box is used. As you can see, Gengar is only there already, so only Gengar can use this. Put a card from your opponent's discard pile into their hand, something that they cannot use. So you don't give them a professor's research that they can discard their whole hand. You give them a supporter that they cannot use, or an item that they cannot use. They won't be able to use it because the game will not allow the use of that item. So, as I said, surprise box, 4 copies. The switch, there are 3 copies, something getting reactive into the bench in case it's bossed up or down. Tag call, just 1 copy because you want to get out your basic, maybe that is there. Yep. So there's 1 copy of Tag Call. Unidentified Fossil, as I mentioned, there are 3 copies. Power Plant, Pokemon GX and EX can play. Both yours and your opponent have no abilities. This way you don't want to any Mewtwo or Mew3, anything that's there, or Dedenne change. Dedenne won't be able to use their ability. That's why you have 3 copies of Power Plant. There's looking at Supporters, there's 2 copies of Boss's Orders. Switch one of your opponents active with their bench. Green's Exploration is in the deck because you can play this card only if you have no Pokemon with abilities. So Green's Exploration looks for 2 trainer cards and you want to get Omastar out. So this is the best way. Omastar is not out, you're still starting out to get some bench, so you use Green's Exploration. There are 4 copies of Green's Exploration. Marnie, there's 1 copy. Again, the hand size is 2 less for the opponent. Just throw them the Marnie in and it'll be good for getting a larger hand size. Only 1 copy of Marnie. Professor's Research, there are 4 copies in the deck. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. As I said, 4 copies. Big Chum is in the deck just to keep Gengar and Mimikyu alive longer, or even Omastar if it gets attacked in some way on the bench. So there's 2 copies of Big Chum. Horror Energy, we are looking at 4 copies of Horror Psychic Energy. This card provides psychic energy to a Pokemon. If the psychic Pokemon discard attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by your attack, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. So building up damage on the opponent's active in case your own active is damaged. 4 Horror Psychic Energy and 4 Basic Psychic Energy. Amazing deck built by LilDrowsy from USA, taking 7th place in Hegsters Season 4, being 11, 4 and 0 with just 3 basic Pokemon in play. But it is a rogue deck for sure. Thanks for watching Zenontcg.